Mass Transit District to order at 2105 Northeast Jefferson Avenue, Peoria, Illinois, 61603. May we have a roll call?
Okay, I got a whole new batting order, so bear with me.
Okay.
So, Trustee Wortham,
Present.
Trustee Ahart,
Present.
Trustee McBride,
Present.
Trustee Polk,
Present.
Trustee Hare.
Present.
All right, all accounted for.
And we will have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Nick.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you received the minutes from June 14, 2001. What is your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
You move approval?
I'll make the motion to approve.
You already did that. You want to do second? Sharon? It has to be you, Sharon. They weren't here.
I can't hear you at all.
Oh, okay.
You
Can't
got
you-
your soft voice with you.
Okay, you second, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so it moved to second that we approve the minutes of June 14th, 2021. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same sign. Thank you. It's been accepted. Do we have any communications?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Report from officers. Where's you?
I have nothing.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Report from standing committees. Report from the general manager.
All right. I usually don't get up and move around, but I wanted to show you something on the big screen tonight that we've got kind of up and running, or gonna be before too long. This is the new intelligent transportation system. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, this is our avail. Pretty soon this will go public so that people can download this on their app. But these are actually buses on routes, and they'll actually move. Whoops. Oh, you're gonna share it with everybody?
Unless you didn't want that.
No. So passengers will be able to download an app and it'll be able to tell where their bus is at. But a lot of this technology is loaded for our staff already to use. You can click on a bus, it's on time, it tells you who's driving, where they're at, how fast they're going, how many are on board the bus. There's just a wealth of information for our staff with this program. It's tied to our FleetNet also. This company bought out FleetNet, which did our maintenance, our payroll. And so now these two companies are going to integrate. So we're going to have one big system that'll be able to give it, hopefully put all of our stuff in one basket, and it'll be pretty exciting when it's all up and running. So, there was another one here. This was on route status. Oh, I thought it was kind of a cool one. Oh, there it is. Come back. As you can tell, I haven't played with this much. They just gave it to me last week. So
It's the other tab.
end of the week. So where'd that one go to, Chris? You know?
It's the second one.
It's the second one?
Yeah, it's that one.
There it is. So this has got all our buses right now, and you can tell which ones are running on time. Some are running a little hot, some of them are having bad GPS. Some of them are getting ready to start, and so it's kind of exciting stuff. So our dispatchers, our supervisors can pull all this up. They got real-time information on what's going on. The other thing is too, it's tied to the maintenance. And so the maintenance aspect of it, they can pull up each bus. And if there's an issue with that bus, they can tell what's going on with it en route. And so it's just going to be a great tool. We're really excited to have that up and running. So
A question. Now, do we have anything for our passengers where they can know what time the bus is gonna be there?
right.
Do we?
Yeah, this is
This
it.
will do that too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this will.
So you can look at your phone and tell what time it's gonna be? Okay.
Yeah, they'll pull up their route, what route number they're at or what location they're at. Each one of these dots is a stop,
Mhm.
and it's gonna have a QSR code on it. Is that right? Or is it gonna have a number? They'll have a number on each route or each stop, and they can plug that into their phone, and then it'll tell them how soon their next bus will be there also.
Now, how does the public know this is happening?
They don't yet.
They don't yet.
It's
We
still
haven't-
top secret.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they know how to get the information, they can download the app.
Okay.
But we haven't really started pushing it yet. We're still waiting for a few things to get worked out.
Is that gonna be like real time, you know, like they do with Ubers and stuff, they'll be able to track exactly where they're going in real time?
Yep.
Okay.
Can we go back to the nice one with all the colors, so you can tell me which color represents what? Because you had green, you had black, you had red, you had yellow. So just tell me which each one, okay, if I'm in the blue lane up there, what does that mean?
It says here it's got a bad GPS,
Okay,
so
and then,
the reds are running early. This one's maybe 3 minutes. But according to scheduling, they said, now don't tell the board that it's all bad. And sometimes some of the scheduling information isn't quite accurate, so that'll make them look like they're running hot when they're really not. These are all trips, I think, that are finished and coming in right now.
okay,
And these are all on time and on route, so.
thank you.
So if this was correct, you would have two buses that are not on time, right?
Right, they're both running early, so, which is as bad as running late.
Okay.
Right.
It's even worse,
Mhm.
because we get more
People get
calls
there,
about,
they'll be gone.
yeah, we get more calls about that than we do a late bus, so.
Thank you.
Yep. So that's one of our many exciting things that's going on up here. We did take delivery of 2 of the battery electric buses. We don't have a charging station for them yet, but one's got 16%, the other's got 30%. So we can't do a lot with them until the chargers get hooked up, hopefully by the end of the month. I did want to talk to you about the microtransit study. I don't know if you got an email or a link for that. We've got some user group meetings on that. If anybody's interested in participating, let me know. There's one tomorrow. No. Yes, tomorrow at 11, and then Thursday and Wednesday at 2 p.m. So
Now, those are what meetings?
they're the microtransit user group meetings.
Oh, okay.
We had 2 last week. They went really well. There was about 5 or 6 people in on them. The CEO of the chamber was on one. People with different organizations that need transportation were basically giving us information that how we could make this better. The microtransit is basically splitting some of these fixed routes. It won't replace fixed routes, but it's taking different zones of the city and running a more service more often. It'll be smaller units. It'll be more like an Uber type service. You'll call, let's find out if you can get a ride, but you'll stay in those zones, so it won't be citywide at this point. A lot of people wanted citywide service, but it's going to be more expensive and harder to offer. So we're trying to start in smaller zones and provide service in that.
Now, who's over there?
Pardon me?
Who is orchestrating all of this?
We did a grant. Yeah, we did a grant through IDOT a couple years ago, and we got a contractor called VIA, and they're the ones doing this presentation. Well, they're gathering all the information. I was trying to stay out of it, but we lost some personnel, so that I'm back in on it now. So it's kind of interesting. What we were starting out was with a first mile, last mile type things to get people from outside of where the fixed route ended and get them to the fixed route was what we were planning when we first started this. And microtransit, which most of you will find out after your 5 to 10 years of service as a transit district, is something that's new right now, and it's really coming along in other parts of the country. So we're kind of on a cutting edge type service.
What kind of money is attached to that?
Right now, they're talking, if we want to do a small microtransit in, say, this little area, it's going to cost us $1 million. Everywhere we go, it's $1 million. So, but it's also, that's purchasing vehicles and running the service. So there is going to be some Rebuild Illinois money coming. So we could probably purchase some vehicles from that. So, which we do have IDOT coming tomorrow to visit us. Sean Reese is the new, Christine, help me out. What is her title?
Deputy Director.
Yeah, she's the deputy director. She was from Springfield. She ran procurements and grants for them. We tried to hire her away from Springfield, so we know Sean really well. So her and a couple people from her team are going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to show them some of the things we're doing here. So it's exciting having her on board because she understands transit, and she's a downstate lady, if you will, not somebody from Chicago running things. So other than that, ridership reports attached. We finished out 1.7 million. We were down about 20% from last year, which we kind of figured with the COVID was where we would end up. So we're hoping with the comprehensive operation analysis, we're going to change some routes. With the microtransit study, we're going to change some things. And with the gray area study which Tri-County put out, I don't know where we're going to fall in that, but a lot of exciting things coming up, and hopefully boost the ridership. So that's about all I got. Nick, you got anything you want to add?
I might go up there.
It's up to you.
I got a couple things to talk about. I'm gonna go up there.
Okay. Public comment. Yeah.
None, Madam Chair.
Okay. All business? New business.
Oh, wait a minute.
And
You want to do Angel?
Oh,
forgot the Transit General Manager.
I'm so sorry, Angel. I got to knock them off, and I knocked off 2 things I shouldn't have. Real quick. Okay.
She got some staff with her, it looks like
I
tonight.
see.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you're going to do both of them?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So for the month of June, we are steadily increasing our on-time performance. We were at 90% on the City Lift side and 95 on the County Link side.
Excuse me, Chris, can you turn that up at all so Trustee McBride can hear? She can't hear very well. Can you speak louder, Angel, into the little blue ball?
Sure. Okay, so yes, our our on-time performance has gone up 90% and 95 respectively. Our ridership has also steadily increased. In June, from June of 2021 to June of 2020, our ridership increased 71%. In May, it was 114%, April 124%. So as we proceed along with the vaccines and people getting back to work, it's steadily increasing. Our phone calls are going up, and everything is starting to finally stabilize. We're very happy about that. I won't read everything on here because it's right in front of you, of course, but I did want to, if it'd be all right, to introduce some of my management staff. I wanted to have an opportunity for you to put a name with a face and understand who it is who is providing the service for you. We've gone through quite a few staffing changes since December. I've adjusted some staff positions and some actual staffing of individuals. So now I have the team that I've been looking for all along, and I'm really excited to introduce you to them. So first in the back, please stand up. This is Lance Randall. Lance and I started working on City Lift together way back in the day.
Come on up. Hello, hello.
So Sharon and Patty may remember Lance from many reasons, but Lance and I used to work at City Lift together back in 2001 when we both first started. Actually, he was before me.
Yes, way before.
He actually was door to door, yes. So Lance, the past several years has been with the school district as our transportation supervisor. So I stole him away to come be with us and help make us great. So I'm very excited. He was our safety manager. He has recently been promoted to assistant general manager about a month and a half ago.
Yes.
He's also our IT manager. I also want to say that. Okay. And
Operating region, and they are coming in inspired by what
this
they
is Martin
consider
Polk.
the victory of the United States.
What's your angle in Kabul tonight?
Okay. Yeah. So this is Martin Polk. He is our dispatch manager. He hails from Florida. He has worked for MV and for a few other transportation properties over the years. So he has a lot of dispatch experience. He's really big on OTP, on-time performance. So he's been really, really pushing that, pushing the dispatchers to learn more and to look ahead, look ahead, look ahead.
Yes.
So we're really excited to have him on board as well. And my recent star, this young lady is mentioned in your summary. This is Fatina Scott. She's definitely a new rock star. She's only been here for a couple of weeks and already has redesigned the office, put up decorations, introduced herself to all the drivers, been out to Epic, been to the workshop. She's a very strong go-getter. I know that's a cliche, but for real, this is the real deal here. She's been with TransDev for over 5 years, but in transportation for over 15. She has numerous certifications, Transit Safety Institute, OSHA, many. She's got lots of ideas to improve the quality of our training, our safety record, and she's mainly in morale. Already she's changed our morale quite significantly. So like I said, I finally have the team. I have one more in the back. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
She not only does she have paratransit experience, she has school bus experience and even streetcar experience and fixed route experience. So we scored a real big win there. And this is Chris Swanger. He is our maintenance manager. He previously worked with me at MV, and he's been working real closely with your maintenance guys here to get keep the fleet where it needs to be. And he's from here. He's from Illinois. So that's my management team. I have one more, but she wasn't able to make it. And I think you met her the other day. Fratasia Drummond is my HR manager. She wasn't able to make it here, but yes, she sure is. Yes. She's worked for City Lift previously. Her and I've worked together. She's also worked for ICC and the Housing Authority as well over the years. So as I said again, I finally have the right team in place. We're going to really show you guys what City Lift is supposed to be, bring it back to some former glory that it deserves to be, and make you guys proud of the service.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, everybody.
Thank you.
I saw your report right on the paper. I went right over it. Now, any public comments?
No, Madam Chair.
Okay, any old business? New business, Ms. Cooperstein.
Thank you.
Here we giving some money back. That's unusual.
All right, we're going to ask for money from Peoria County. Greater Peoria Mass Transit District is required to file with Peoria County for the our levy on the property tax every year. This levy will subsidize our operation for our district for the fiscal year 2022. we try to secure the funding for $5.7 million as last month we mentioned that in our budget presentation. And in that $5.7 million, Steph is going to summarize the appropriation, the portion of each area. We appropriate $2.48 million for the from this tax levy for the general corporate purpose provided in the our district. And then for the this tax levy for the IMF pension, we try to levy $1.2 million. And for the $800,000, we just for levy for the Medicare and Social Security Social Security contribution. And also we levy for the unemployment insurance $30,000. And from the tax levy for the audit service, we levy for $35,000. And for the payment for the general liability claim, any kind of general insurance premium and the claim and the other related matter, we levy for the $732,000. And the last one, we levy for the worker compensation claim expense, $423,000. So the total levy for our district for the fiscal year 2022 will be $5.7 million. Staff recommend board approve this levy amount.
Okay, second?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear? Can I get a second? Okay. This is a roll call vote, right? So Sharon, this is a roll call vote, so.
Really?
Yeah,
Not all new names, not all new names.
but you can do it. You got this.
Trustee Wortham.
Approved.
Trustee Hare.
Approved.
Trustee AR.
Approved.
Trustee Polk. Approved. Trustee McBride. Approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Resolution 2203. That's for me. Okay, we have been fortunate in that the mayor has appointed us 2 new trustees, and we're able to that night to have them at their first meeting. Don't be surprised that this will be a short one. Every meeting won't be as short as the meeting tonight. I want you to know that.
Oh,
You're pleased with that, or I bet you are. But we do have our first trustee is Trustee Patty Sterling Polk. Trustee Polk was also formally appointed to represent the city of Peoria on June 22nd by our new mayor, Mayor Rita Ali, and the city council. Her appointment will run from May 1st, 2021 to May 1st, 2025. Trustee Polk is the widow of our former board member, Trustee James Polk, who served on our board for 12 years. Trustee Polk is a retired AT&T executive, and she is currently volunteering for the Illinois Public Health Association as a community health worker to help those dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic gains access to resources, help those people gain access to resources. She is also the national immediate past president of Church Women United and is the vice president of the Illinois chapter. We're so happy to have you on our board.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
And I talked to you about this. We are not appointing, you said that was wrong. You will be our ADA chair for the coming year. Okay?
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
We enjoy having you. Thank you. And then our next trustee is Trustee Jeff Hare. He was formally appointed by the mayor on June 22nd, 2001. His appointment runs from May 1st, 2021 to May 1st, 2025. Trustee Hare is a longtime resident of Peoria, and he's okay.
Freeman joined.
Okay. And he is one of the co-owners of Hare Nursery, which is a family-owned and operated business that was started by his grandfather in 1926. He has been with the nursery since graduating from the University of Illinois with a degree in landscape architecture. And he has been one of the co-owners for 21 years. He's also serves as a head of landscape design for the nursery. Jeff, we're so happy to have you as part of our board, and you will be our treasurer for the next coming year. You will be working with Christine, and I'm gonna tell you, it's not an easy job. I'll just tell you that.
Okay.
She is very persistent and efficient, okay?
Up for the challenge.
See, Patty was talking about the job assignments. This is a working board. We only have 5 members. So all of us work on a committee and have things that we have to do. And we're so glad to have both of you with us. So thank you very much for being here. Okay, thank you. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I'm just really happy to be here, and it's nice to see all these nice, familiar, friendly faces, plus the new ones. I'm most excited about all the things that I've heard that are going on. The new buildings, the electric buses. I mean, I am just overwhelmed with the things that are possible as we move forward. And hopefully we're going to be getting some of those infrastructure dollars out of Washington, D.C.
I hope so. Okay.
I'm also honored. I mean, I didn't expect to be appointed by Mayor Ali, but I'm excited to learn all you staff and managers and leaders here. So I'm excited to be here.
Okay, thank you. Next will be Resolution 2205. Jason is on the Public Transportation Agency Safety Plan. Okay,
Good evening.
hello. How are
How's
you?
everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Great.
Good. I'm gonna have to break this thing. All right, so the FTA requires that all public transportation agencies develop a public transportation agency safety plan, which puts into place parts of the safety management system for each transit agency or grant recipient. So we're putting forth our public transportation agency safety plan to the board for approval tonight to address those requirements as provided in 49 CFR Part 673.
Second. Okay, move in second that we accept our new safety plan. All in favor? Those opposed? Thank you, Steve. We have to do this, so it's not something that we can think about doing. I'm sorry, Jason. I call you Steve.
That's all right. We got a lot of Steves here. So.
Okay. But we thank you for that, because that's something we have to have for our review, and it's something we have to follow. Thank you.
Thank you.
B, Resolution 2206, Architectural and Engineering Service Recommendation. Yes.
Thank you. So the purpose of this summary is to recommend the general manager to negotiate with Moeller & Moeller for a fair and equitable agreement for architectural and engineering services. So the Greater Peoria Mass Transit, we provide, or we contract with an architectural firm to provide as needed architectural and engineering services on a task by task agreement. Our current contract with Farnsworth Group expires at the end of August. Back in March, we issued an RFQ. 2 firms submitted proposals, and one was deemed qualified, which was, they were both deemed qualified, but after a ad hoc committee was formed, we submitted our findings that Moeller & Moeller best met the criteria set forth in the RFQ. So it is recommended the Board of Trustees authorizes the general manager to negotiate with Moeller & Moeller for a fair and equitable agreement for architectural and engineering services. So they will do all the other projects that we have. They will be our basically our on-call architects for all the other projects that we're doing outside of the campus remodel. I know they're doing that now, but they submitted and they, just by chance, one again. Yeah. So there's a couple
This one does
projects,
not have any money associated with it yet,
Mm-mm.
right?
just as
It's
needed.
given the ability to negotiate it, right?
What's that?
What we're doing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
whatever projects pop up, they would be the ones that would do the architecture for it. For example, doing the under the dome renovation downtown for the transit center, they're the ones that are going to continue that design.
We have some questions. Yeah, okay, Mason. Second.
I'll second it.
Okay, the move and second that we accept, resolution 2020-06. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you very much.
Since I'm up here, do you want me to give a brief update on the building? I won't go that long because there really isn't an update. So there really isn't an update right now. We're still waiting on our last permit, our stormwater permit to begin construction. They say we'll have that, the date they have is for this Saturday. So we think we should have it on Friday. Huh?
It'd be good for our team members to tell them what we're doing.
But once we get our stormwater permit, we have the ability to actually start building. The first thing you're gonna do is right here is this parking lot. They've already fenced all that off. So what they'll do is they'll come in, level off the ground, put down temporary gravel, take out what trees are dead or in the way. Then that'll be the staging area for construction. That's where the construction teams will park. That's where they'll store the materials, things like that. As I'm sure, I don't know if you've seen it, but we have our construction trailer outside now. That's where River City, who is our general contractor, they're the ones that are monitoring all this for us. We put up all the fencing and all that. So we're basically just standing there, just waiting to go. So really not much to report on the building other than that. I don't think you can scroll down for me. We've kind of went over it with you the other day, but I don't know if you can really see this. So this is the first floor. This will be where the maintenance bays are. The foreman, all the maintenance personnel will be down here. You'll have 10 different maintenance bays. This is the second floor. So this floor will be level with the grade of the houses that are up top up there. So whenever employees park, they would just come straight in here and it'll be completely level. So like the operators will come in here, they can come in here, go to their dispatch window, figure out what bus they're in, what runs they're in, then they go down. We're actually gonna build a skywalk that goes over the maintenance bays on the first floor. They could, that's not cool. They come down, they can walk down here, and they come down to this big mezzanine. There's elevator or stairs. They would come down, go over to the south garage, which is the building over there. That's the one building that's gonna stay, where the buses are gonna be housed. They would get in their bus, and off they go. Yeah, so all this, the big day room, with Jason and Steve over there, their offices are on the second level. There'd be a lot of training areas, all the new technology we're bringing in. But I can provide drawings to you if you'd like. Go to the third floor. So this is the third floor. So this is where like my office would be. Doug's. This is where your new boardroom will be. Lots of windows. It'll be a great view. Christine's financial wing will be over here. There's more conference room, more training centers. So there's quite a bit going on. So we can go down one more. There's a potential what it's going to look like when it's done.
Now, when is the building committee meeting? We have one coming up.
Yep, we have one coming up. It's the last Thursday of this month, July 29th.
July 29th. And all
That's-
board members have been invited, right?
Mhm.
So they can get the update of what's going on.
Architects are going to give you an in-depth tour of all of it. They have 3D models and renderings. They'll walk you through the building and everything what they've done so far. I'd say they're roughly about 80-ish% designed right now. So this is the other what you would see from ground level. So then they don't have it on here, but this will be covered in solar panels and yep. So, but other than that, we're just waiting on a permit. So just waiting. So hopefully the goal is to start all of this a week from today. So.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Mine is Steve Green. Okay. And this is resolution 2020-07.
Good evening. I'm Steve Green. I'm your Director of Maintenance here at Greater Peoria Mass Transit District. I am seeking authorization to proceed to exercise the first one-year option with Agland FS to provide fuels and bulk lubricants using current rates and fees. We are currently under a 3-year contract with Agland FS till August 27, 2021. Exercising the first one-year option, Agland FS will continue to provide the best prices for fuels and bulk lubricants with equipment in a volatile market. Greater Peoria Mass Transit considered the current rates and fees fair and reasonable. Federal and state and Illinois procurement practices were followed. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees authorize the execution of the first one-year option with Agland FS starting August 26, 2021 through August 27, 2022. Continue to supply fuel and bulk lubricants at the current rate and fee schedule.
This is a roll call vote, Mr. Attorney, right?
Correct.
So, can I get a motion first? You ready for the roll call? Move. Can I get a second? Okay, roll call vote. Okay.
Trustee Wortham,
Approved.
trustee Hare,
Approved.
trustee Ahern,
Approved.
trustee, Holt. Approved. And trustee Bell. Trustee McBride approved.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we will have our finance report for June 2021.
All right, thank you. This is for the June 2021 our financial activity report. In June, it's our last month of our fiscal year 2021. So in this month, we have a total operating expense $3,102,214.89. Compared with our budget, monthly budget, it's 1.45%, a little bit more over. However, year to date, meaning our final compared with our actual compared with our budget, we have a 2% favorable budget, meaning in dollar term, it's about we under budget almost $700,000. So we do a very good projection compared with our overall $32 million. So in this month, our major operating expense, as usual, payroll expense and also benefit expense is a two major area. However, this month we pay a huge amount prepay for our next year's insurance premium and loss reserve. $732,989.45. Therefore, staff recommend board approve June's expense.
I move to.
Okay, roll call vote.
Trustee Wortham,
Approved.
trustee Hare,
Approved.
trustee Ahern,
Approved.
trustee Holt, approved. Trustee McBride approved.
Thank you.
Very much. Okay. Just a reminder, our next meeting will be here at 5:30 on Monday, August the 9th, 2021, and September the 13th, 2021. So I'll get a motion to approve.
Got it.
Hey, I think you want to second this, right? Okay, all in favor? Thank you very much.
I do have a question about the shuttle to, Twilight Park.
Okay.
How's it doing?
We were getting ready to cut it at one point before the 4th of July, then we had 4 or 5 riders, and then we were up to 16. So we kept it running. So I haven't heard what we did last weekend.
There's 2 more weekends that we'll be doing it for us.
We're running kind of through July to see how it goes, but I was encouraged after we had 16 that one weekend. It was actually on one Sunday, we had 16 riders, so it's done okay. Yeah.
And I've seen on social media, people say they're going to, so hopefully.
We have already adjourned the meeting. That was good. So good seeing all of you, and just have a wonderful week.